Hi, I'm Mike Jackson and I manage the UK business of Omnitec Systems. Thanks for joining me for another one of my product videos. You won't see me a lot in this video today, which is probably a good thing. But today I'm going to demonstrate to you our rent and pass electronic cylinder. Possibly the easiest access control upgrade that we can give you to better manage Airbnb, serviced accommodations, etc. We're going to concentrate on that particular market today. So let's show you what we do with this cylinder. Okay, so I do a lot of traveling in my job and I stay at Airbnbs along the way, and I'm typically greeted with a lock that is very similar to what we're seeing just here. There will be a key box on arrival which looks like this, and I'm given the code to a key box and I'm presented with a key, and then on arrival I can use the key to lock, unlock the door, lever handle to get in. On the inside of the door I'm either faced with a thumb turn or another key, and so once I'm in the apartment I can lock myself in and the door is secure. So this is a very typical setup for Airbnb. Our cylinder is a direct replacement for this type of application, and it allows us to use either a key fob or a Bluetooth app to get through the door, and I'll show you exactly how we go about doing that. Okay, so when we receive the cylinder, it looks a lot like this. You can see that it's battery operated on the inside of the door. The batteries have this cover that goes onto them, and the cover is secured by two screws which go here and here. That's the screws here. The reader head, which goes on the outside of the door, is secured on, is put into place, and there is a securing screw here that holds it in place, and that allows us to assemble the cylinder. I'll now show you how we go about fitting it onto the door. Okay, so now we've got our existing door back and we need to remove the cylinder. On all of these types of cylinders, this is called a Euro profile cylinder, and on the lock the cylinder is always secured using a securing screw, which is here. If we remove this screw, then we can take out the cylinder, we can remove the cylinder. So I'll just do that now. Screw comes out relatively easy. And then to actually remove the cylinder itself, we turn the key and the cylinder will come out. Now we've removed the cylinder, we need to install our rent and pass cylinder. So I've partially dismantled it here. I've taken the reader off the front. This allows us to slide the cylinder back into the door in pretty much the same way that we took the mechanical cylinder out. So I'll just fit this. Find the right position for it. Once I've got the right position, I should be able to use the turn on the inside of the door to lock and unlock the deadbolt. Once I've got that, I should be able to easily put this screw back in place. We've now secured the cylinder. We can operate it using the thumb turn from the inside of the door. And now we just need to fit the reader module on the outside of the door and we are ready to program the cylinder. So this fits on quite simply. And we have the Allen key security screw here. And we tighten this up using an Allen key, so that this becomes nice and firmly secured onto the unit. There we go. And that isn't coming off, it's not going anywhere. So now we've actually done this and we've fitted it. By the way, always make sure the door is open when you're fitting a cylinder. It's not a good idea to have it closed and suddenly lock yourself out. But now we've fitted it, we'll add it to our app. Okay, so the next thing we do is add this cylinder to our app. So we download the Rent and Pass app from the iOS store or the Google Play Store. We register an account, which is all completely free, and we launch the app and we go here to add a lock. It gives me several options of several different types of lock. My particular one here is a lock cylinder, so we'll tap that. And if I press this button on the front of the cylinder, you'll see a serial number comes up, and I've got the option here to add it with the plus sign. Let's hit that. Sorry, it's difficult doing this from the side. Okay, now you heard the lock beep there, which means that it's added it to the app, and I can now give this cylinder a name. I'm just going to call it Demo. D-E-M-O. Enter. And click OK. And this has now been added successfully to my app. I'll be able to find this. I've got lots of locks on this because I use it all the time. But here it is, Demo. And I've got the option to unlock this door immediately using Bluetooth, which I've now done. It'll remain unlocked for 5 seconds. Okay, and then it'll just lock off again and you won't be able to operate it. So again, unlock the door. And you can hear it then, you can hear a motor on it relocking. So that is how easy it is to set up. It takes no time at all. It's a very quick and simple installation. Now, the way that you can use it in an Airbnb situation is you can either create e-keys, which are here, which means that a guest who's arriving at the Airbnb or the service accommodation actually uses their mobile phone app to open the door. Or the more common way I think that people will use it is we can actually add key fobs to it. So I've got a couple of key fobs here. At this moment in time, key fob does not work. So we can go down here to IC cards. We can go up here and we can add a card. We need to give the card a name, so I will call it Mike. Add a card, call it Mike, M-I-K-E. I'm going to put it down for permanent access, although I could put it down to be used just for a to and a from date. Click OK. And what happens is the cylinder lights up, and now I present a fob to it that I want to be able to open the door. And that is now added to that lock. Once I've added it to the lock, it's not operating at the moment, I can just use that fob to unlock the door. And again, it will relock after 5 seconds. So this is how I see it working in an Airbnb situation. Obviously, the great thing about adding a fob is that if the fob doesn't get returned, if it goes missing, we can delete it from the system. So it's working at this moment in time. But if I ever want to delete the fob, I can go to the door, mainly because the fob's gone missing, and I can click delete down here. Okay, and now the fob is no longer working in the door. So I can deal with security issues very quickly and very swiftly. This is a great product, as I say, mainly for Airbnb. It's a very quick demonstration of it for you here today, but I hope you can understand how it works. And I will catch up with you soon again with another Omnitec product demonstration. Thank you for watching.